It's strange that you refuse to talk. I'm risking my life to stand up the Bible. If you're risking your life for this principle, just stab me with this knife, and then walk out of this room with dignity. Discriminatory words and knives. I would also like to touch on other tragic cases of confinement. Soichiro Kobayashi, 32 years old, an active believer living in Tokyo, has been abducted and imprisoned 3 times in the past. During his third confinement, he was kept tied up with ropes, and eventually began to drip blood in his urine. Shimizu Kobayashi looks back on the situation at the time. I cried and asked my parents, "I want you to take me to the hospital." However, they just said, "You have to wait 2 days, until Pastor Shimizu comes." Pastor Shimizu asked my parents, "Do you have all your relatives? Is there a hospital that I have relatives, or other connections with, to monitor the hospital?" And all they said was to make sure I didn't escape. Will the child ever again be able to trust a parent, who puts the pastor's words before their child's illness? In this interview, the person I found to be the most rough was Mamoru Takazawa, 62 years old, a pastor at the Kobe Shinkaio Evangelical Church in Kobe City. The 2 people listed above, Yuko Tomizawa, 38 years old, and Kozu Terada, 32 years old, were persuaded by Takazawa, but at that time, they were bombarded with a series of unbearable complaints, including discriminatory words. He is a psychotic person who believes that his principles are completely correct. He is retarded. He is the kind of person who would kill others. He looks like a June slug. He is about to die from pesticides. Cockroach in the attic, mouse in the attic. In addition to his words, Takazawa once threatened more than 20 followers by stabbing a kitchen knife into their desk. It's strange that you refuse to talk. I'm risking my life to stand up the Bible. If you are risking your life to practice this principle, you should stab me with this knife, and then walk out of this room with dignity. Quoted from court testimony. In the lawsuits brought by Tomizawa and Terada, Takazawa denied the fact of his confinement. However, according to the plan document in my possession entitled About the Initiatives, Takazawa is also participating in the meeting to formulate the plan. When taking him out, gag him, and tie a cloth around his chest. When I enter the apartment, I gag myself, cover me with a blanket, and walk in with my arms crossed. If you don't walk, you have to tie your legs, and drag, or carry them on your back. Be careful of being followed by the Unification Church, and if you think something is wrong, don't force yourself to approach the apartment. Approach the apartment after passing through the crowd several times, or taking long detours to follow others. And when using the elevator, try not to push directly to the 3rd floor, but to push the floor above, and then get off to the 3rd floor. This could even be called a criminal plan. This plan was carried out almost as planned in July 1998, and Takazawa himself went to the place of confinement. What I found truly horrifying was the fact that the people who were imprisoned at this time were a believer couple, and their 2 daughters, ages 8 and 5, were separated from their parents for 9 months. While incarcerated, the mother appealed to Takazawa to see her child. To this he replied, "I'd rather be put in an orphanage than be raised by principled parents."